Let's go ahead and get started here with Monday Night Raw. Great show we have for you tonight here. Here in Dayton, Ohio, we move away from the European tour. And we're starting out things off super strong here tonight with a triple threat women's match. First out, here's Julia. We first saw her in the women's Money in the Bank match.
The following is a triple threat match.
And now she's out here to, kind of prove herself with TV time here. So we'll see what she can do here in a triple threat. Triple threat women's division, always a banger. I don't care what anyone says, it's always a banger. So I figured I would do it again and put it first. So we'll see how this goes here. Rhea Ripley, of course, winning the Miss Money in the Bank briefcase last stream on Monday, yesterday. And it's been, it was interesting. It's not exactly a winner that I would have liked personally as the booker, but I put her in the match, so it's Rhea Ripley. She's gonna fucking win Money in the Bank. But you know what? I can do something with it. And speaking of which, we have Stephanie Vakir, the Women's World Champion, in this match here tonight. And that's interesting to say, I mean, Vakir is the world champion, So far, she doesn't have an opponent for Night of Champions, which is our next PLE, our next pay-per-view. And she's out here in a triple threat match, and it's not a title match, but there is a lot to lose for Vakir here. I mean, I guess technically no harm, no foul if she is not involved with the pinfall. But if she were to get pinned, there's... I don't even know what to call it. I just, Stephanie Vakir has a lot to prove since becoming champion, I guess. I mean, she started Universe Mode as champion, and she has retained it in defenses. But she's also been beaten by, cleanly, by underdogs like Lyra Valkyria, And so a triple threat match like this, you kind of keep that in mind, anything can happen, champion or not. You can take a big loss here tonight. And especially with a stacked match like this, it's Io Sky, Stephanie Vakir, and Julia. I mean, this is going to be a banger match. But I would be lying if I said I was 100% confident in the Women's World Champion walking out of here with a win. At the very least, maybe Io pins Julia or vice versa, and Stephanie's not involved in that. And I think that's, other than obviously a win, I think that's kind of a best case scenario for the world champ. As we go ahead and get things started here in Ohio, Skibbity Riz, Io Sky, Stephanie Vakir, and Julia all in one ring. Triple threat action here on Raw. As Universe Mode starts off strong. Back suplex there from Vakir. Dropkick. Vakir just shakes it off. Julia going after Io now. Going for that devil's kiss maybe. Julia fighting back from it though. Heads out of the ring here as the other two fight in the ring. Kendo stick in hand from Julia. Irish whip. What the fuck is Io Sky doing there? Big dropkick takes down the champion. Julia going for the kendo stick. Gets a kick to the leg instead. Now Io's got the kendo stick. Smacking both ladies with it. Julia ducks under that. Takes her down. And now the kendo stick is on the ground. We continue fist-to-fist action here. Big chops from Vakir. Drop kick from Io. Good fast-paced start here as these three really going at it. Vakir tripped a little bit over Io, it looked like. Io throwing Julia out. 2 women left in the ring here. Kick to the gut to the world champ. Io Sky looking for something here. Master of the Sky. Off the ropes into a drop kick. Io is hyped up. I don't blame her. Big moves here. Io Sky. Julia going back and forth again with this cartwheel gymnastics nonsense. Drop kick from Io. Kendo stick from world champ straight to the spine as Io was distracted with the crowd there. Julia comes back in. Io reverses. And now Stephanie, arm drag of her own here. Baseball bat in hand of Julia here. Straight to the chest, straight to the face of Io Sky. Io's gonna roll out, take a break. Side Russian leg sweep onto the baseball bat for the win. Just a 1 count though before Julia kicks out. And Stephanie, you can see she's already getting a little frustrated. You gotta wonder what kind of effect this match, going into this match, has on the world champ. I mean, you know, she's world champ for a reason. She can compose herself, but the mindset that you have to be in for a match like this with such stacked superstars in the match as well. As we're going to see a bit of a devil's kiss from Stephanie Vakir here. Sledgehammer to the spine, returning the favor is Io. Hurricane Rana, head scissor takedown there. As Julia takes control of the matchup in the ring here. Here comes world champion Steph going after Julia. And a big back suplex onto the sledgehammer and the bat into the corner here. Let me go ahead and change up my title here. There we go. Julia here, dropping her on her head. And look at this. We're getting a big fight here. Back and forth here. Julia tossing Io Sky out of the ring. And she's going to go after Io here at ringside. Now Stephanie Vakir joining the party as Julia throwing her around with a suplex there, a package suplex. Baseball bat in hand, Io Sky to the gut of Julia with the baseball bat. Swinging for the fences, taking out Stephanie Vakir by the leg there. Io Sky, Meteora, standing Meteora there at ringside. A lot of red here at ringside. A lot of mismatching red, honestly. Kind of bothers me. It's fine, though. Io Sky up on the shoulders. White noise to the champion here. Again, title not on the line. Julia and Io. Io with a big spinning roundhouse kick. Back kick there, whatever you want to call it. Stephanie Vakir with a sledgehammer to the leg there. Looked like the thigh of Julia, taking her down. She's going to have a bruise there. Io Sky turns her attention to Julia again. Big headbutt there. Takes down Io. And now sledgehammer. Ground and pound with the sledgehammer there. to the gut, returning the favor here to the champion. Up top here, what's Julia thinking? Elbow drop to ringside. As she points at Io Sky. Io Sky with the steel chair in hand, going for a swing. Julia catches it. DDT at ringside. All three women are down. Stephanie Victoria, you can see she's up here. Julia getting up. Big drop kick there from Julia. Don't know what Victoria was waiting for. Io Sky looking for a wheelbarrow there. Misses completely. Into the ring, here's Julia. Into the ring goes Io. Victoria with a bit of taunting, a bit of mind games here on the outside. Heading into the ring, kick to the back. Going for a bit of a backslide here. Julia's up though. Victoria's a little frustrated. Julia's gonna catch her. Kick to the gut. Brain buster for the win. Io Sky's right there though. She's gonna break up the pin. Good match so far. Big drop kick misses. Look at Io Sky. Stephanie Victoria fighting back with the elbows to the side of the head. Stephanie, double underhook. Knees to the gut. This could be it here. Pinfall for the win. Io Sky barely kicks out at 2 and Victoria can't believe it. She's livid. She doesn't know what it's going to take here to take out Sky. Io Sky looking for the Koji clutch for the win on the champion. Wrenching it in, but here's Julia breaking it up. No, Io with the Koji on Julia. For the win, Stephanie's out. Really wrenching on it. Io Sky with the win over Julia. Koji clutch after Koji clutch there. Great match there. As Io Sky takes home a big win. Women's World Champion Steph Victoria taking home a big loss. She didn't take the submission though, so I mean, technically she did take a loss. As Stephanie Victoria, there's a deadly Koji clutch there. Taking out Julia. Julia taps out as Io Sky takes home a win here. Great match there. Great triple threat. Always some good action there in the women's division. As we move on with the rest of the night here in Dayton, Ohio. What a match. What a win. Io Sky. As we lights cut out for a second. Don't mind that. We will continue on with the rest of Monday Night Raw here, as we will have a Universe Mode debut of Ethan Page as he takes on what could be a devastating challenge ahead of him here tonight. You'll see what I mean when his opponent comes out here. Ethan Page, you know, a big up-and-coming name, you know, from NXT. Been on the main roster in real life for a few months. Gaining fans every day, every month. As much as he's on TV, anyway. Ethan Page is good. I mean, he has what it takes to be a decent star in WWE and on Monday Night Raw here. On TTW even. But tonight he's got a huge challenge ahead of him. As Ethan Page
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've never seen this entrance before.
the matter is highly. What you're about to witness is dignified deformation executed by unprecedented precision. A diabolical athlete who will stop at nothing to uphold the integrity and honor of this great sport. Der Ringgeneral Gunther.
Ludwig Kaiser out here announcing the arrival of none other than the ring general, Gunther, in his universe mode debut here as well, taking on Ethan Page. What a match Ethan Page has ahead of him here. What a challenge as he's going to take on really the new legend killer since Randy. Gunther goes out of his way to retire anyone and everyone. He retired Cena. What we thought was retired AJ Styles. He retired Goldberg. Who else will step in line here tonight? It's Ethan Page as he gets in the ring here with our ring general, Gunther, with Ludwig Kaiser in his corner. 2/3 of Imperium. We don't talk about the 3/3. Gunther's ready to destroy Ethan Page here. Dominate in his debut on Universe Mode. Ethan Page, Gunther. Monday Night Raw. Here we go. Bells rings. We are here. Collar and elbow to start this match off. Ethan Page bravely looking to out-wrestle Gunther here. Going after the arm, trying to work on the shoulder here. Really wrenching on the wrist. But here's Gunther working on Ethan's arm now. A bit of a standing anaconda vice here. Ethan Page turning things around into a headlock here. And look at this, Gunther wasting no time at all. Really wrenching on the waist, on the ribs. Roll up, pin for the win already. Just a 1 count though. Ethan Page reversing it, pin of his own, center of the ring. And look at the power of Gunther. He turns it into a backslide. Just a 1 count. Ethan Page rolls out of the ring, tries to get a bit of a breather here. Collar and elbow once again. Pushes his way through. Bit of a dodge. Collar elbow again. Drives him into the corner here. The ref might be a little distracted as Gunther. But Ethan Page fighting back here. Into the corner. And now we're going. We're on a roll here as Gunther kicks him in the leg. Works on the limbs a little bit. You can't fight if you can't stand. Big elbow there from Ethan Page. Off the ropes. Misses the elbow. Gunther was looking to take advantage, but doesn't do so. Face first on the top turnbuckle. Ethan Page returning the favor with the leg there. How we doing tonight? Anyone who's in here. This Gunther goes for a pinfall here. Roll up. Ethan reverses it. Pinfall of his own. Reverses it. Reverses it. Big chops here. Brave move from Ethan Page to chop Gunther. As Ludwig Kaiser up on the apron, taking apart the top turnbuckle pad. Referee's gonna instantly go and fix it. Ethan Page, big kick, doesn't do anything. Kick to the gut, punch, chop, big clothesline, takes down Gunther. Ethan Page is doing a little bit better than I thought he would here. Big lariat takes down Ethan Page. Almost takes his head off as I say that. 20 seconds till an ad for you guys. Big chop from Gunther. And a big clothesline. For the win here. Corner of the ring. Ethan Page barely kicks out. And Gunther's a little frustrated there. He thought it would be a much easier than this to take on Ethan Page. And honestly, I did too. But look at this. It's over. Power bomb. Rope break though. Ethan Page had his feet on the ropes from the power bomb. Ref isn't going to count that pin. And that may be the break that Ethan Page needs here. Irish whip. Elbow misses again. Dodges. Codebreaker takes down Gunther. Both men are down. Here we go. Gunther up on the shoulders. Putting Ethan Page up on the shoulders, I should say. Top turnbuckle there. Down goes Ethan. Kick to the face, though. Page is still fighting. All ego. Big punches, big kicks. Wrench it at the nose there. Raking the eyes. Into the turnbuckle here. Exposed turnbuckle, might I add you. I thought the ref fixed that, but apparently not. Big forearm. And Ethan Page getting some momentum here. Putting Gunther up top. Going for something big here. Pulling out all the stops possible. Ethan Page up on the shoulder. Body slam from the middle rope there. Looking for something. Went for that twist of fate maybe. What is it called? It's not Twist of Fate, is it? I can't remember. I don't watch Ethan Page. There we go. Big splash from Gunther for the win. And he gets it. Good match. Good fight from Ethan there. But Gunther, unsurprisingly, comes out with the victory. Great match. Good night so far. I'm enjoying this show. As Gunther stands tall here on Monday Night Raw. So we head on to the rest of the night. As we take on some pseudo tag team action here tonight. Last week we saw, I believe it was Braun Breaker against Jey Uso. And Bronson Reed had a bit of a distraction moment. But here tonight, more singles action involving these two as Bronson Reed looks to take on Jimmy Uso. This was a match officially requested by the Usos. Jimmy Uso, despite Jey Uso getting the win last week, they didn't really take too fondly of Bronson Reed getting his grubby little hands on the match. So we'll see what happens here as Bronson Reed looks to enter the ring this time, going up against Jimmy Uso in another Vision versus Bloodline bout here. I don't really have anything bad to say about these two. I mean, these are two of the most devastating stars on the Raw roster. Two of the most electric future main eventers. You know, I don't really know how else to describe it. as they await one half of the Raw Tag Team Champs here tonight. Jimmy Uso headed down to the ring with his brother Jay, titles in hand. Hey. Jimmy and Jay, of course, starting universe mode with the titles. Haven't lost them yet. Had a couple defenses against the New Day, Kofi and Xavier Woods. And since then has remained pretty flawless. I mean, the Usos have had a good universe mode so far here on Raw. They have all the momentum in the world. They've topped the power rankings before. I mean, you can't really get much better, or much more consistent than the Usos here in this universe mode on Raw, as we are starting things off with some chain wrestling here. Wrenching on the wrist there, going after the shoulder. Trying to do what he can here against the limbs, the big meaty limbs of Bronson Reed. This is going to be a tough match for both these guys here. Jimmy Uso, of course, has the experience. He has the momentum. He has the confidence. Bronson Reed is a little cocky, like he has the confidence there. And he's a big dude. You know, if you let your guard down, if you end up taking a back seat in this match, he will take advantage of that quickly. He is not to be underestimated. And when he takes advantage, you will feel it. You will feel it tonight, you will feel it tomorrow, you will feel it for the next 2 months. Maybe 6 months. Jimmy Uso, DDT here. Big reversal there. Big super kick takes out Reed. Whisper in the wind, shades of Seth. Pin here from Reed. Kick out by Jimmy. And we continue this matchup here. Off the ropes, into a senton. Spine first to the gut and ribs of Jimmy Uso. And look at this. And look at that Braun Breaker. Did you see that? Braun Breaker grabbed the ankle of Jimmy Uso just like Bronson Reed did last week. Which kind of caused all this in the first place. Look at us sit on Jimmy Uso. Uso gets out of the way though. Irish whip. Out of the ring goes Reed. As Jimmy stays in the ring for now. Braun Breaker's gonna distract Jimmy. Talk some shit here. These two exchanging words, going back and forth here. And Bronson Reed's gonna take a bit of advantage here. Middle rope here. Bronson Reed went for a, don't even know. I think he kind of just fell off the the rope there. As both men outside the ring now. Jey Uso looking to clear the way a little bit. Look at that bulldog from Jimmy Uso as he reverses that. Jimmy Uso up top, whisper in the wind, misses wildly. Bronson Reed fires himself up a bit here. Spear from Jimmy Uso at ringside. That is going to be a big man to try and get in the ring here. Headbutt misses. Bronson Reed back up. And into the ring we go. Kendo stick from Braun Breaker here. Going for the pin. Ref distracted with the kendo stick. Jimmy's going to kick out before 1. And that's all Braun Breaker's fault there. Super kick to the gut. Big slap to the face. Up top here, Jimmy Uso. Crossbody there. Bronson Reed into the corner here. Not sure what Jimmy was doing with that super kick. Up top again. Uso splash from the tag champ for the win here. Rope break. Rope break from Reed. And Jimmy can't believe it. I mean, Breaker didn't even have anything to do with that. That was all Reed. Rope break. Bit of frustration here. STO by Reed. That may have costed Jimmy Uso the match. And a second senton in a row. Bronson Reed up to the middle rope here. What's he thinking? Big splash there. And look at Jimmy hulking up a bit. Big elbow to the face. Jimmy looking for something. Super kick, gets caught. Punch to the face. Superman punch. Shades of Roman Reigns, but Bronson Reed right back up. Suplex here. Hits it. Center of the ring, both men down. Bronson Reed kind of twitching out a bit. Spazzing out. Big Death Valley driver there. Bronson Reed going up top, perhaps for Tsunami. Jimmy better get out of the way here. Tsunami, center of the ring on the tag champ. That's it. No, Jimmy Uso barely kicks out. Bronson Reed can't believe it. Fans chanting "Fight Forever." They're loving this. Jimmy Uso barely kicks out of a Tsunami. Looks to take advantage. Spear gets a knee to the face instead. And another senton for Bronson Reed. Sitting on him. Another senton. Senton City here. Off the ropes for another senton. He's got to have a broken rib. God, no. No. Bronson Reed. Elbow drop misses. Jimmy Uso somehow still in this one. Up on the shoulders, though. Face first on the top turnbuckle. As Jimmy Uso. I think there may be blood on the side of his head there from that turnbuckle. As he looks to fight back. Super kick to the face. Then super kick to the back of the head. Looking to drag a big man over for a pin for the win. No, Bronson Reed still kicks out. What a match. We are still underway here. Big super kick takes down Reed again. Reed will roll out of the ring. Once again, that is going to be a big man to try and get in the ring here. And I think Jimmy knows that. He's just looking to do some damage out here. Elbow to the knee. Throwing Bronson Reed over to another part, the hard cam side here. Big clothesline. Misses. Jimmy Uso putting Reed back in the ring here. Count at 8. That was kind of a close one there for count out. Looking for something. The strength of Jimmy Uso. Power bomb. Center of the ring. Looking to go up top. Uso splash territory. No, Swanton. Swanton from Jimmy. Center of the ring. No, Bronson Reed kicks out. Jimmy Uso calling for something. Spear to the gut of Bronson. Up top one more time. Could this be the Uso splash? It is. Bronson gets out of the way. Barely. Bronson Reed. Into the corner here goes Jimmy. Still fighting back though. Neckbreaker takes down Reed. Uso again up top. Jimmy Uso. Uso splash still. He gets out of the way. Punch to the face. Stuns Reed here. Forearms to the back. Elbows to the back. Whisper in the wind. I think he got his knees up there. I couldn't see it with the camera, but I think Bronson Reed got his knees up. You saw Jimmy holding his back there. Body slam for the win. No, Jimmy kicks out. And Bronson Reed still can't believe it. He doesn't know what he needs to do. But I think he has an idea. Up top, one more time. Tsunami for the win. That's it. Bronson Reed. What a match. What a win. And a huge win over the Raw Tag Team Champion there. We saw a little bit of a distraction from Braun Breaker, but other than that, it was a relatively clean match. That was a good back and forth there. Took 2 tsunamis. Probably 20 sentons. Hello, Phantom. How are you doing? Sorry, I just saw your message. We're on Raw right now. I'll be doing TTW here in a bit. Bronson Reed taking home the win over Raw Tag Champ Jimmy Uso. 2 tsunamis later.
Here is your winner,
Bronson Reed. Big win for the Vision. Big win for Reed. Looking to prove himself here on Raw. I believe that was his singles debut here in Universe Mode. And it kind of looks like the Vision might be looking to go for those Raw tag titles. I mean, they've been kind of going at it for a couple weeks here. Nothing super, super intense, but we shall continue with the rest of Raw here. Women's Intercontinental Champion out here, Becky Lynch. Here in singles action. Can't remember who she's facing. Why should I know? I'm not the booker. I am the booker. Who cares? I don't. Maybe. I don't know. What am I saying? I don't know. Becky Lynch is out here. Intercontinental Champion. She hasn't defended the title yet in Universe Mode. Which is definitely an interesting feat. But Night of Champions.
I'm hungry.
Thank you, Billy Bob, for being hungry. Night of Champions. She is hoping to have a match. Looking to prove why she's champion here. As she looks to be taking on Ivy Nile here. Representing American Made. The Creed brothers. Chad Gable. And of course, Ivy Nile here. All part of it. Lights go out. Who cares? Not me. You know, I've always been kind of a big Ivy Nile fan. I like Ivy. She's good. Good shit. She does a pull-up thing. The Pitbull of WWE, the Pitbull of Monday Night Raw, here tonight, facing off against the Intercontinental Champion in probably her biggest match yet. Non-title match, but a big match nonetheless, going up against the champ. Becky Lynch, Ivy Nile, here we go. We're set for action. Anything fun going on, Phantom? While you're in here watching? Anything cool going on this week? Besides school, work, whatever it may be. I think school's back, right? Roll up here for Becky. Oh yeah, I get it. That's why I stream. Yeah, that's kind of why I streamed today, especially. I'm not gonna be on tomorrow. So figured I would do universe mode today. Take the day off tomorrow and Thursday, but then do it again Friday. I am doing TTW. If I have time, it's already 9:40 for me. I should have time though. I think I got one match on Raw after this, so we should be good. Oh, I forgot to upload Taylor Page for you. I apologize. I can do that here between shows before TTW. Were you there for the you were there for a little bit of Money in the Bank? How'd you like that match? Taking home the win. What was it, 9-4? Oh yeah, that like that was like a 6.5 star match. That was crazy. Becky Lynch fight back here. I'm kind of talking through this match. That's fine though. Becky Lynch, bit of a submission maneuver here. That's a cool one. I gotta steal that for someone. Kind of brave to try and out submission Ivy Nile of all people, but oh, big slap to the face to get out of that. Ivy Nile, the ruthless Pitbull of Raw. Look at this, rolling through into a disarmer. This is how she won her last match. Can she take home the win against Ivy? Really wrenching on it. Rope break. Ivy Nile barely got to the ropes there. Becky Lynch isn't done though. Elbow to the face. Ivy Nile, corner to corner here. Kick misses wildly. Look at this. Manhandle slam. Center of the ring. What the hell? Lights went out for a bit there. Maxine Dupree? What the hell's Maxine Dupree doing out here? She's not even out here. It's just our music. Ivy Nile gonna take advantage here. Becky Lynch gonna reverse it. Got out of here in about 30 seconds for you. Roll up by Ivy. Kick out by Champ. We are still underway here. We are still under action. That could have been the end of Ivy Nile there. But she got lucky there. Distraction from Maxine Dupree. I don't even know where that came from. Oh, look at Becky Lynch getting caught by Ivy Nile. Kick to the gut, gets it that time. Look at this Dragon Sleeper. This may be the end of the champion. Imagine if Becky Lynch taps out. No, knee to the face, gets out of it. Big forearm takes out Ivy now. Roll up, center of the ring on the champ. For the win. Just a 1 count though. Ivy now, Hurricane Rana taking out the champ. Hot shot on the top rope there. Going up top. Becky Lynch. What goes up must come down. Double axe handle takes out the challenger here. Ivy now barely kicks out. I don't know how much she has left in her. That was close. That was 2.99. Going for an armbar here. Wrenching on the fingers, wrenching on the wrist of Ivy Nile. Really cranking on the shoulder there. And Ivy Nile will tap out. Becky Lynch takes home the win. Proves why she's the Intercontinental Champion here. And look at this. Naomi attacking Becky Lynch from behind. These two faced off against each other last show. Look at this. Title in hand. Big hit to the face. Down goes Becky Lynch. And Naomi making a statement here against the champion as she attacks Becky Lynch with her own title here. Naomi looks to be calling her shot for the Intercontinental title. I'm not sure if you saw that, Phantom. I didn't know if you were in the ad or not. But Naomi with a big attack there on Becky Lynch after the match. And here we go, main event action. If you watched our last episode of Raw, AJ Styles came out after winning the World Heavyweight Championship from CM Punk. He came out, declared that the World Heavyweight Championship is retired, and brought back the WWE Championship that he won back in 2016, 2017. And he gave himself a bit of a challenge. He's going to do an open challenge here tonight for the title. But he's cocky. He thinks he's going to win in under 5 minutes. You know, maybe if he chose like a jobber or something, maybe if he brought back James Ellsworth, that would be logical. But doing an open challenge for anyone in the locker room, I don't think... I mean... God, it's one thing to put the title on the line against just anybody. It's another thing to say that you can beat them in 5 minutes, you know? So we'll see what he can do here against whoever it is that answers this challenge here tonight. He's got the mic setting the challenge, inviting anyone from the locker room. First come, first serve. WWE Championship on the line here tonight. This is going to be a big match. Main event action. Who's it going to be? Oh my God. Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. AJ's a little. I don't know if that's frustration. Maybe doubt. Maybe underestimation. But Joe Hendry, of all people, is out here to answer the call. And he's going to get a shot at the WWE Championship versus AJ Styles here tonight. This is going to be an interesting one. Joe Hendry, of course, his Universe Mode debut here. Yeah, what the hell, Phantom? You spawned this man. You thought about him. And he appeared. I mean, inherently, You're like, oh yeah, open challenge? Oh, it's gotta be Joe Hendry, right? That'd be funny. And then it's fucking Joe Hendry. What the hell? Once again, WWE title on the line here tonight. Joe Hendry challenges AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this. It's a little buggy. You were actually saying Joe Hendry? That's crazy. AJ Styles, Joe Hendry, main event action. We are underway. 5 minutes on the clock. You can see it on the side of the screen there. Driving him into the corner. Clean action so far. AJ Styles still going after anyone who wears blue. AJ Styles, there's only room for one blue man in town. Custom title for Phantom. Well, I gave you the white strap for Phantom. I can do a little more, you know, especially with the run that he's having. My idea with the TTW title was straps, basically kind of going along with, you know, whatever vibe or attire I think makes sense. Winged Eagle, all right. Maybe if you get drafted to Raw, you're the first to know. We're doing a draft after SummerSlam, which is gonna merge both of the brands, which hopefully goes well. Get some free agents in there as well, which means we might see like Obafemi, you know, Carmelo Hayes. He's the AAA Mega Champ. Stay on TTW. All right, bet I can make that happen. I'm still like, I haven't set up on the calendar in game, but I'm still kind of debating on if I even want to do it. I do like the idea of keeping things separate and having TTW be its own thing. I've kind of brought up the idea of bringing in, you know, real like Raw stars or yeah, there we go. Me and Seth can draft. I was just gonna have it be CPU, but I hear it's kind of tricky having the AI RNG for drafts. but you know what? That makes sense. Have Garbage Man be the GM for Raw. Joe Hendry here. Big fall away slam. I'm not paying attention. I should be. 2.5 minutes left on the clock here. Choke slam by Joe Hendry. Forget what he calls it. Was it the encore? I don't know. For the win. Barely kicks out though. Count of 2 with the title on the line. 2 minutes. 10 seconds remaining here. Look at this. Roshi Garoshi. I think that's what it's called, right? Firing himself up. I do believe the match will continue after the 5 minutes is up. So even after the 5 minutes, Joe Hendry has a chance here. Yeah, I'll have to do a poll on the Discord for the draft. See if we want to do that. Phenomenal forearm to Joe Hendry for the win. That may be it here. This may be the 5 minutes. No, Joe Hendry kicks out. 1:15 on the clock here. Joe Hendry stays in it just barely. Going for a bit of a crossbody there. Misses. Springboard moonsault. Big European uppercut. Down goes champ AJ Styles. Up top goes Hendry. Say his name and he flies. Elbow drop from Joe Hendry. 40 seconds on the clock for AJ. Cutter. by Hendry there. Can AJ pull off a roll-up or something here? 30 seconds left. Big drop kick. And Joe Hendry turning around, running at him. Clothesline takes him down. This is AJ's chance here. Big combo. 15 seconds. I'm not sure what consequences AJ has for not doing this, but it looks like he's gonna fail here. And he does, but the match continues on here. 5 minutes are up. Blood pouring down the forehead of Joe Hendry. And down goes Styles. Standing ovation. I remember it now. That's what it's called. Standing ovation. And he almost won the title. He almost won. Joe Hendry can't believe it. He can't believe AJ kicked out. 2 standing ovations. And AJ Styles kicks out. We are still underway here. We are still going. Big chop gets blocked there. AJ Styles looking to bring back some momentum. 1916 Shades of Finn Balor there. For the win. Center of the ring. And Joe Hendry still kicks out. AJ's getting frustrated now. He doesn't know what he needs to do. He's already embarrassed himself. 450 there. Off the ropes. No, Hendry still kicks out. AJ doesn't know what the hell he has to do here. Joe Hendry hulking up a bit. Clothesline. Ducks under AJ. Back body drop here. Bit of a comeback. Spine buster. Down goes the champ. AJ Styles in trouble. Going for something. AJ gets out of it. Chop block, gets a knee to the face instead. Irish whip here into the ropes. Lifting him up, dropping him down. Letting him fall to the mat, to the canvas. Going for another standing ovation. AJ gets out of it this time. Big forearm. This is AJ's chance. Could he find something here? Irish whip into the ropes there. Ducking under him. Pop up. Looking for maybe a power bomb, but Hendry gets out of it. Kick to the gut. Chop to the chest. We're going to have a bit of a back and forth here. What a match this is. What a show. You missed some of the show, but what? This is a great fucking show, dude. I am loving this. Yeah, go ahead. Big hockey fight. Punches back and forth. Calf crusher, this is it. Rope break, though. He had his feet clear on the ropes. I assume you want me... Yeah, sorry. I just figured that out. I assume you want me to do it. I can do that. Give me just a second. Big punch there. Joe Hendry, big clothesline taking down the champion. Imagine, you know, no pun intended. Imagine the standing ovation if Joe Hendry wins here. He's going for the cover. Off the splash. AJ Styles stays in it. Champion still on the line. I'll go ahead and upload all of that after this match here. Up to the apron here. Knee to the face. Joe Hendry looking to stay on the offensive here. Both men down. Joe Hendry, big chop to the chest here. Going for the knee of AJ Styles. AJ Styles, you know, being a bit of a high flyer. Going for a third. Standing ovation. No! This is it! This is it! This is it! Joe Hendry is gonna be WWE Champion! And he is! Joe Hendry! Joe Hendry is your new WWE Champion on Monday Night Raw! Oh my god! 3 standing O's. Taking out AJ Styles. What the hell? Joe Hendry, new WWE Champion. What a show. What a night. What a match. What a win. My God. How the hell did AJ Styles let that happen? I mean, we're gonna roll with it here, but wow, Joe Hendry with the upset of the century. Look at the blood, sweat, and tears that this man has poured into this match. Joe Hendry is your new WWE Champion. Wow. Wow.
Hungry.
Billy Bob's hungry after that. I don't blame him. I'm hungry too. Io Sky takes home the win at a 5-star triple threat match to start the night. Stephanie Vakir, the world champ in that match, of course. Julia taking the submission. Koji clutch there. Hey AJ, what's up? You just missed draw, but we're still continuing on with TTW here. Gunther took home a win over Ethan Page. Ethan Page put up a surprisingly good fight against Gunther, but Gunther ultimately took home the win. Bronson Reed takes on Jimmy Uso and takes home a win there. A very impressive win over the tag champ. Becky Lynch takes home the win over Ivy Nile, then gets attacked after the match there by Naomi, attacking Becky Lynch with her own title. Then after that, we had our main event. What a main event. I don't even know what to say about this. AJ Styles went into this match guaranteeing everyone, mind you, that he would win the match in 5 minutes. Not only did he take longer than 5 minutes, but he lost the match and the title to Joe Hendry in our main event, in Hendry's Universe Mode debut. What is it with debuts and always winning the biggest thing ever? Astro at Money in the Bank winning Mr. Money in the Bank. Joe Hendry winning WWE title. Jeff Hardy winning the Intercontinental title. I mean, fuck, dude.